Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Have you ever thought about who you walk, stand, and sit with, and what effect those people might be having on your life, and what that says about you? Psalm 1 reminds us, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of scoffers." Psalm 1 encourages us to think about the company we keep. Paul says it differently in 1 Corinthians 15 when he says, "Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals." And Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a pastor and theologian in Germany during World War II, says it this way: "If you board the wrong train, it's no use running the opposite direction down the corridor." You see, who we sit, stand, and walk with can have a dramatic impact on our lives. We see here 3 different phases of comfort. Imagine being involved in a juicy bit of gossip. Somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, did you hear about so-and-so?" You have a choice. Do you walk with them along that path? And if you walk with them along that path, what are you risking? Getting comfortable, because once you start walking, eventually you'll stop. You'll stand. You'll hang out. And once you've stopped and stood in that place where gossip or whatever other behavior it is okay, is comfortable, eventually you'll sit down. This is what the psalmist is trying to remind us in Psalm 1, that when we walk with the wicked, eventually we will stand with sinners, and finally we will sit with scoffers. But instead, the psalmist encourages us to be like a tree planted by cool water, the cool water of God's word that constantly feeds the tree so that it may bear fruit. Instead of walking, standing, and sitting with sinners and scoffers, we plant ourselves next to God's word. We plant ourselves in the cool waters of Jesus' love and salvation. And like Jesus, that does not mean we don't associate with sinners. Jesus dined with sinners and tax collectors and prostitutes and all sorts. But he didn't get comfortable with it. Instead, he encouraged them to walk, stand, and sit with him. So, as we continue our journey towards the cross during this Lenten season, I pray that you will be like a tree planted by cool water, seeking Jesus and drawing closer to him as he draws closer to the cross for you.